Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're exploring a place that's practically world famous for its absolutely flawless landscapes, its deeply lined pockets, and some seriously adrenaline-pumping heights. Yep, we're talking about Switzerland. You know, it's a country that consistently tops those global lists for the absolute highest quality of life and safety. I mean, crime rates there are sitting at near zero. But with all of this incredible hype, well, it begs a rather massive question.
So, is Switzerland really the most perfect country on Earth? Today, we're unpacking the reality behind this famous European destination to see if it actually lives up to its legendary heaven-on-earth reputation. We're going to be looking at first-hand travel accounts, deep-dive documentaries, and of course, the economic realities. By the end of this, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of what makes this country tick, and trust me, it goes way beyond just the chocolate and the cheese.
You hear it all the time. Multiple travel sources and documentaries echo this exact sentiment, calling it a real-life fairy tale. And honestly, they highlight this unparalleled quality of life. From its magical, enchanted villages featuring restaurants that are literally older than the United States, to its stunning, pristine environments, people who visit consistently describe it as stepping straight out of a Disney movie.
Section 1. Heaven on Earth. The whole foundation of the Swiss mythos really starts with its breathtaking geography. Get this, the country boasts over 1,500 lakes. To put that into perspective for you, Switzerland is a relatively small country. It's actually smaller than a lot of US states or Indian provinces. Yet, no matter where you are, you're never far from a massive, crystal-clear body of water. And when travelers visit lakes in places like Brance, they almost always assume the striking turquoise blue water has to be photoshopped. There's no way it's real, right? Well, that color and its incredible purity comes directly from melting snow and minerals off the glaciers. In fact, everywhere you go in Switzerland, you're going to find these public fountains where you can drink straight from the tap, and it's widely considered cleaner and far healthier than bottled mineral water.
Looking at it geographically, a massive 60% of the entire country is covered by the towering Alps. This stunning mountain range naturally isolates and protects these pristine environments. And then another 30%, that's covered in lush green forests and plains. This distinct topography is exactly why Switzerland is widely recognized as one of the greenest, cleanest countries on the planet.
Section 2. Europe's ultimate playground. But you know, Switzerland isn't just for looking at. The Swiss don't just admire their mountains, they conquer them. To make these massive, imposing peaks accessible, they become absolute magicians when it comes to engineering. For example, they built the Gotthard-Base Tunnel, which is an incredible 57-kilometer engineering marvel. It's literally the longest railway tunnel in the world, burrowing right through the Alps. Plus, they have this massive network of cable cars and cogwheel trains that can take you up to the very peaks of the continent.
So the crucial point here is that an adrenaline junkie's day in Switzerland is second to none. Imagine this. First, you take a 45-minute tram ride up to the top of Europe at 11,000 feet, where the altitude literally makes you woozy. Next, in places like Lauterbrunnen, which is a valley famous for having 72 waterfalls, you strap into a wetsuit and propel 150 feet straight down a freezing canyon cliff. And to end the day, you literally run off a mountain peak and paraglide all the way down into the valley.
And hey, if that wasn't enough, you can fly down Grindelwald's wet, winding mountain roads through the clouds on these three-wheeled contraptions called trotty bikes. You basically just have to pray your brakes work. Or you could go deep inside a solid glacier into an ice palace at 0 degrees Celsius. You navigate these claustrophobic ice caves where you can literally lick the freezing walls. It's an absolute amusement park for thrill seekers.
Section 3. Quirky laws and culture.
Now, beyond all those extreme sports, the everyday lifestyle here is famously peaceful, and it's protected by some pretty eccentric, strictly enforced rules. See, the Swiss deeply value their quiet time and animal welfare. Sunday is a day of absolute rest, meaning lawn mowing or making loud noises is strictly forbidden. In some apartment buildings, flushing your toilet late at night is straight up banned to prevent noise pollution. And it gets better. Animal welfare laws dictate that social animals cannot be kept alone. It is literally illegal to own just one guinea pig, one parrot, or even a single goldfish. They are legally required to have a companion so they don't get lonely.
This deep-rooted desire for harmony even extends to their global footprint. Switzerland hasn't fought in a foreign war since 1815, maintaining a stance of permanent neutrality. This makes them the perfect safe ground for global organizations. I mean, it's the headquarters for the United Nations, the Red Cross, and the International Olympic Committee. Interestingly enough, this peaceful, pristine backdrop also made it a massive hit in the 1990s for Bollywood epics. Legendary director Yash Chopra shot so many romantic films here that he actually has a dedicated statue in Switzerland. And the country basically became synonymous with romance for millions of Indian cinema fans.
And because they sit right there in the heart of Europe, surrounded by major countries, Swiss culture is a vibrant, multilingual mix. They actually have 4 official languages. German is the most widely spoken, followed by French, Italian, and the incredibly rare Romansh language. This multi-language culture is exactly why it's often referred to as the true heart of Europe.
Section 4, the price of perfection. All right, so experiencing this magical, punctual, incredibly safe, and pristine wonderland, well, it costs a small fortune. A visit will absolutely obliterate a tourist's wallet. The cheapest, most basic rental car, that'll run you about $180 a day. A standard, small hotel room in Interlaken is $300 a night. Want to try the famous Swiss cheese fondue? That's $120 for 2 people. But perhaps the most shocking are the basic goods. A simple t-shirt in a tourist town like Grindelwald can cost 95 Swiss francs. That's over $100 US. A pair of casual shorts, 180 francs. It is seriously eye-watering.
The contrast here is just staggering. Tourists often experience some intense sticker shock. I mean, paying 13 francs for a tiny, simple vegetarian panini, it feels like highway robbery. But actually, scratch that. It makes total sense once you understand that you are navigating a highly elevated local economy. You really have to look at the numbers from the inside.
And this brings us to the context that explains it all. The average local salary in Switzerland is nearly $125,000 a year, which is supported by an incredible minimum wage of $25 an hour. When the local population is earning that much, the local pricing obviously reflects it. Plus, the Swiss standard is that everything, from the trains you ride to the chocolates you eat, right down to the watches you wear, is top-of-the-line quality. You're paying for a premium standard of living.
So, we've unpacked the whole picture. You've seen the pristine turquoise glacier waters. You've heard about the bizarre laws protecting lonely goldfish. You've witnessed the breathtaking adrenaline sports. And, yep, you've seen the absolutely eye-watering receipts. Now, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. When a country manages to achieve zero crime, unpolluted air, flawless infrastructure, and a deeply peaceful society, is the Swiss fairy tale worth that exorbitant cost of entry? Or is perfection just a luxury reserved only for those who can afford the ultimate price tag? Think about that and keep exploring.